Welcome back. It's Friday, and with the break between busy weeks, many people may be taking a moment to reflect and take stock of their lives. Achieving personal and professional success is a goal for a lot of people, but how can we make success easier to attain? Joining me now is Sanjay Burman, author of the book Success Made Easy, to help us sort through some of these life questions. Sanjay, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So there's a lot of people out there who are trying to achieve their life goals. What do you think it is that holds people back?
Fear. Plain and simply, it's all about fear. We get so afraid of the unknown that we start to live in these cyclical lifestyles that stop us from going any further.
Mm-hmm. And is it about taking an honest, hard look at yourself?
Well, it's about taking an honest, hard look of where you want to go. We have fantasies, and then we have intentions. Your intentions will always achieve what it is you're trying to do, but your fantasies are the ones that you talk about. I'm going to lose weight in the new year. I'm going to travel to Tibet someday. These things will never happen. Your intentions come into play, which then result in actions.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's interesting, you say your intentions will always win, but not sometimes, but all the time.
Yes, intention will always win. It's when your fantasy aligns with your intention that you see results immediately.
Mm-hmm. And now we're coming out of a very difficult time economically, and some would say that we're still within that recovery. But you're saying that times have always been tough. It's just
Absolutely.
how we're looking at it.
Absolutely. If you go back into time, you'll see that, there was a depression. People did live through it. There were many other situations that happened globally, and we lived through that as well. So there will always be some time that we are dealing with that happens to feel like it's the worst. Doesn't change anything. The game still goes on. People will still be around. And if you keep your intention focused, you'll get right through it.
And let's talk about our value systems. Now, you use a very interesting example that I think everybody has gone through on both sides of the coin, where you're calling somebody, they don't call you back, and then when you finally get a hold of them, they say, you know what, I was too busy. And let's talk about your value systems and your actions as opposed to what people say are their values.
Right. Well, my value is that I want to spend time with my friends, and I love my family, and I like to put them front and first. But you don't call back in time. You don't put that on a priority list. Why? Because you had to go and do something else, or you had to go out and get this done, or there was a sale going on and you had to get there. If you really believe that your value system is what you say it is, then your actions would result in the same thing. So your value system, again, comes down to fantasy of this is what I would like my value system to be, versus the reality, which is my value system is based off of these actions. So the sale at MAC Cosmetics was more important than calling my friend back. And you're never too busy to call someone back. So it can always happen. You just choose not to make the time for it because it doesn't fit into your value system.
So it's about making choices, and sometimes tough choices.
Well, your value system is based off of what comes to your interests first. So it's not really a choice, it's something that just sort of happens. You just come up with that, and then you come up with the excuse to back up why is that. But if you change your value system, then your actions will change, and basically the path that you choose your choice will be different.
Now, is there a point in our lives where we come to where we have to compromise some of our goals, be it for stability, to take care of children, to, lifestyle? Are we ever at a point where we have to compromise?
I don't think compromise is the word I would use. I would use accommodate. So if you have children and you didn't expect to have children at this point in time, but you still have goals that you want to meet, then you can still accomplish those goals. It's just going to take more accommodation to do so. So the people that say, well, I wanted to do this, but I have kids and therefore I'm not able to do that, no, that's an excuse. And their fantasy still exists, but the intention does not.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is a small book, and you have some interesting reasons why you kept it small.
Well, yes. One's because people think I'm very intelligent, so I kind of fool them by having a nice cover. But at the end of the day, I like to keep things small and concise. I'm very lazy, so my editors were always constantly trying to get me to do more. And the third thing is I like immediate results. I don't want to spend my time thinking that, you know, it's like finding God. It's a lifelong process. I don't have time. I need to keep moving.
People simply just don't have enough time.
No, we don't. Not in this day and age.
Yeah. And now that brings us to, you have an app.
We do. We have an app that's attached to the book. So it's a BlackBerry and an iPhone app. And essentially what it does is help you organize your value system, organize your intentions, and organize your fantasies. So once you've done that, then you can start to play with it and rearrange it. Say, you know something? I haven't been putting my family and friends first. I've been putting money first, and I'm always working. I got to do something about that. And then you can change it right on the phone. So it's your personal account, and you see the results of your actions by the use of the app.
Mm-hmm. And how difficult, the exercises that you talk about, how difficult are they to do? Are they quite simple?
They're simple exercises. They just take you actually taking the first step. And that's the scary part. Like, you know, for instance, one of the exercises is to go up to 40 people and get business cards in the span of a week. That's a very scary thing for a lot of people because it essentially means you're walking up to strangers and saying, hi, how are you, and starting a conversation. And that is horrific for a lot of people. What I want you to realize is, A, the energy that you have within yourself is the energy that other people pick up. And B, rejection means nothing at the end of the day. You will probably, if starting this exercise of getting 40 business cards, have to go through about 70 people to get the 40 because you're going to be rejected a lot. And your life will still go forward. And those people who reject you won't even remember you 10 minutes later. Which means what? You have the world at your feet. Go do whatever it is you want.
Some good advice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
Great.